shift gears to I guess the NBA.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on, man. I want to start with the MVP race. Mainly because I think it's Joel's and Embiid's to lose. But what's your take, and what are you looking forward to the last couple of games of the season?
I have Joel Embiid for MVP, followed by Giannis. And
Because
if
weirdly, he's
Giannis,
third, and they still like a
right,
top seed, top team.
right. And if
like,
Giannis, right, that's the thing. Like if Giannis doesn't win, if Giannis does win, I'm not going to be bothered by that. Because to me, I think Giannis is more deserving than Jokic. Jokic has that Steve Nash feel like is he like he's just not because to me it's like if you an MVP caliber player, you have to feel like a threat in the playoffs to me.
That's yes. That's why the Steve Nash makes perfect sense. Yes, because you never thought they gonna win it all.
Right. You know what I mean? Like you just don't feel that from them. Like, you know what I mean? Like they not a title contender.
Nah.
They like you just expect them to lose in the playoffs. Like what MVP? Like Jokic is liable to get swept. Like you lost, they got swept by Phoenix without Chris Paul.
I realistically, they are not. They don't have teeth. It doesn't feel like in the playoffs. And if you don't have teeth, then I can't.
Yeah,
Can't believe in you.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like I just can't buy him being an MVP. Like, cause your team just poses like I don't. This ain't baseball. Like baseball, they've given MVPs to, which makes no sense to me. Like dudes that have like one of the worst teams in the league. Like not in a playoff, not anything like that. And to me, that makes no sense because they can lose without you. So like I don't understand like how that makes you so valuable when they still losing. The same thing like people are trying to say LeBron should be in the MVP race. How they in 11th place? Like did they need LeBron to be in 11th place? You know what I mean? Like
winning. I know it's the most valuable player, and we always see guys try to say, "Well, they're a fifth seed, but if they didn't have him, they'd be a 10th seed." I get that, but I'm supposed to just ignore the guy who's putting on and is in first place, or second place, or third place, or fourth place, or the fifth place guy. I don't know if I can. I don't know if that. I know it's a team sport, but in no other sport does one guy affect the team more than in basketball. Even your quarterback. I get he's big in football. He's still one of 11 guys. Get Tom Brady with no line, no receivers.
Right.
Night. It don't matter. right. Brady cooking? Okay, can he go check somebody? Yeah. Only in basketball does one guy mean so much. So if you are a guy that's that level, I need to see wins. I need to see dubs, period.
And that's my thing. Like they sitting there saying Joker's doing this because let's not turn this into a stat award. Like it's not like this.
They're getting close to it. They're moving to it.
It's like this is just it's stupid to me because they can say, well, look at the supporting cast. Well, Luka Doncic's supporting cast is very similar, and they have a better record.
Yeah,
and he's balling. So it's like to me, he's more of an MVP candidate than Jokic. Devin Booker is more of an MVP candidate than Jokic.
If Jokic is looked at as being 2, then Booker should be right there with him.
Right.
And matter of fact, he should be higher. He shouldn't be 2.
Right.
Because Booker's on the best team in the league.
Right. And this is the thing. Like it's almost like they shifted there because we Knicks fans. Melo, they didn't consider Melo MVP candidate. Like other than the season where we won 50-something games and we was like second.
We were second or third seed. That's when he had a chance.
Right. That's when he got That's when he got MVP. We was first until Miami went on like a 27-game winning streak.
Yep.
We was well in the first. But after that, like how many seasons Melo was averaging 25 to 30 points and doing all this other stuff, but nobody was considering him an MVP candidate. DeMarcus Cousins would average 28 and 12 and 13, and nobody would consider him. But when Jokic does it, it's
and again, these guys were in similar spots in terms of third, fourth, fifth seed teams. He was doing that. And he was, and again, I'm a Melo fan, was doing it with less, doing it with bums, guys that wasn't in the league a couple years after they was playing with him. So like, I just think that narrative is always shifted because again, people like Jokic. Why? He a throwback. He's like the crafty big man with pass, and he can shoot. He's unorthodox, and so they love that shit. But it feels a bit great white hopish. I always say it. It always feels like then they find a guy who doesn't look like 90% of the league. It's like, oh, it's the novelty of it. Okay, right. I hear you.
Yeah,
still think he's MVP, but I hear you.
No,
you know?
like it's like and I ain't taking nothing away from Jokic because Jokic is a great player. He's just not a championship. You get scared of this dude in the playoffs type player. Like he just doesn't give you that feeling. Like for Jokic, there's no extra level he can go to. So you know how like guys can just like turn it up when it comes playoff time, or they got these times where it's like they could just reach another gear. He's just consistent throughout, and I don't think there's any other gear that he can go to. Like he reminds me of like Tay-Rock and battle rap. Like people love Tay-Rock, but it's like
not a Tay-Rock reference.
But it's like Tay-Rock. Because like this is what I think. Like because Tay-Rock is consistent, and he puts on a great performance, good performance almost every single time. But when he goes against elites, they show him like there's a level that I can go to that you can't reach. No, you're going to be good the whole time, but you can't go past this. And that's what I feel about Jokic. Like it's a level he just can't go past because he's just not that type of player.
I tend to agree. I feel like he's not, and again, like I said, going back to what you said earlier, like it feels like the Phoenix Suns. Good, but not, I'm worried about you in the playoffs good. Like you'll beat yourself good. You'll shoot yourself out of a game like, good.
You're no threat. Your team poses no threat to us because you're the best player. That's what it boils down to.
That hurts.
That hurts you go at Phoenix, Memphis, Golden State. No team is worried about Denver.
No team at
no
all?
team. No team. Any title contending team in the West they all have zero concern about Denver.
I mean, it may not be all about that, honestly.
Zero. And I don't want to hear nothing about Jamal Murray, Michael Porter being out. Even if they were playing, nobody be worried about Denver.
No.
They're like Utah. Nobody's worried about Utah.
No.
They have a good record every year in the playoffs, all this stuff. They're like Gonzaga for college basketball. Like
every year.
Every year, it's like, okay, yeah, but when it comes time to do it,